Yesterday's public hearing on Bill 230, which proposes the repeal of tax exemptions given to the wholesale insurance and banking industry, lasted for nearly 8 hours. The hearing began with doctors and staff of GMH, but after the doctors were done, members of the wholesale insurance and banking industry spoke out against having to pay GRTs, also known as the business privilege tax, that all businesses must pay.
That this proposal will not only serve to significantly increase the cost of goods and services for all consumers, restrict competition, limit convenience and choices, increase off-island purchases, as well as on-base purchases.
The Chamber of Commerce testified in opposition to Bill 230, which would repeal the business privilege tax, or gross receipts tax break for the wholesale, insurance, and banking industries. Chamber Chairman Jim Herbert said this bill would force the businesses taxed to cut costs, lay off employees, or even close down entirely. This in turn would lead to a decrease in corporate, individual, and other taxes.
If wholesalers were hit with a 4% tax, their after GRT net profit would be only 1% of their $4.5 million in sales. They would have made a net profit of only $45,000 a year, less than you folks make.
Jones and Guerrero Inc. Vice President John Thomas Brown said the governor should instead develop a detailed budget plan before he attempts to raise revenues. Bank Pacific President and CEO Phil Flores says the Guam Bankers Association is also opposed to paying gross receipts taxes.
And Jim Herbert of the Guam Chamber of Commerce Chairman also testifying there. Flores said that no states tax banks on a gross receipts basis, but rather they tax banks only on a net basis. And he also said taxing loans and other investments on a gross basis would render many of those services unprofitable.